So, Renault, a ground we've traditionally struggled to do well at, a decent point.
Decent point, decent game. Two sides, I think, that tried everything to get the 3 points. There'll be more that they haven't had. They've had chances. We've had chances. We've had blocks on the line. We've had corners. We've had, attempts at goal. I thought it was the important thing for me to was come here and not get beat today. There's a real energy now. There's a drive in there. You only have to speak to the lads. You've got Curtis Jones, who's going to be back next week. You've got Charlie Munro. We're still working hard to try and get a striker over the line. But you can see, we're getting our players back now and we're doing all right. And I've just said to the radio that people might scoff at the Phoenix Trophy and stuff. But for me, it's a game of football. And we've gone there in midweek and we haven't lost. And we've come here today, we haven't lost. That's 2 unbeaten. And people might go, but it's 2 unbeaten. And that squad enable if it's 2 unbeaten. And that means that we can go into this week in training with a bounce about us.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, last Saturday, for people who were in and around sort of the changing room, it's fair to say that there was, I think, what they call a frank exchange of views. Obviously, you got the reaction with the result against Krakow and on Monday. And then, like you say, basically, it's always a difficult place to come. And two sides who really were wanting it.
Yeah, listen, that's exactly it. I know, Felly and Rob Henry and Graham Lancashire, they were firing their lads up. They knew they wanted to come and beat us today. They probably looked at us and went, they're smarting a bit. We came here today with a real belief that we wasn't going to get beaten. We said at half time, the minimum we walk away with is a point. We've said that before, and we've given soft goals away. I thought today the way we defended our own box, the way we attacked their box was really pleasing. And yes, there was frank words. I just said to the lads in there, if they give that week in, week out, that energy levels coming off with that sweat on the brow, and they try and they leave everything out there, and they don't score, they don't win, you'll take that. When we roll over and give teams opportunities like Hyde last week, like Atherton, that's when it gets a little bit rowdy. And it needs to. I said to the lads, we're all right behind each other. We want everything. We want to win games of football. And there's a long way to go in the season, and people will look at it and go, but I say, do you know what? Credit to that group in there, because they've come to a really difficult place and they've given a really good account of themselves. And I always say, Tim, I always know when the fans appreciate what they've done, because they'll cheer, they'll clap, they'll stay at the end. And they stayed at the end both ends today. And I thought the noise that the FC fans made was tremendous. And like I said, on another day, we could have got all 3 points. But what we didn't do, Tim, we didn't lose.
Yeah, and you can tell, I mean, I think it's fair to say that that's obviously Danny Lafferty's second game for us. And, you can see he's starting to get that sort of that connection with Charlie, that communication seems to be better. He comes out for absolutely everything. I mean, basically, you can see sort of like that sort of like possession and that desire to win the ball in and around the box.
I said in the second, it's like a magnet, Lafferty. Everything what he said is, he's everywhere. But then you've got Charlie Oliver. Now, Charlie Oliver we signed as a right back, a right-sided centre-half. We haven't been able to put him there yet, because we haven't had Curtis Jones out. We've had Jan Palinkas out. But all of a sudden, I now start looking at young Deck McLaughlin's done great at right back. Howell's Hook's gone, but Deck's not a right back. We might be able to look at it and go, Charlie Oliver, Curtis Jones, Lafferty, Guy Hull, you've got a big, solid, big back four there. And in front of that, your likes of Griffiths and Donahue and Ennis did well today. And then going forward, you got loads of quality, but we still need that little bit more. And let's not kid ourselves. I'm still trying, and we're still trying to work on it and find one and speak to clubs about getting a number 9 in, because I think a number 9 who knows where the net is at this level of football, and that's no disrespect to any of the lads I've got, but an out-and-out finisher would score a hatful in this team, and that's what we're going to continue to work hard to get in, Tim. We won't break the bank for it, because we ain't got the money in the bank to break, but we'll continue to try and find the right player. But, for me, we're creating chances, we're knocking on the door, we're looking solid and big in behind that. And, when we've got a defensive line who'll put bodies on the line and we're big in both boxes, then we'll do all right. People say the FC don't come good till Christmas, and, I've heard that before, but we are coming good. And like David Norris said, put his arm around my head coming off and said, you've got a good young side there who try and play the right way. And we are a young side and we are a good side and we'll try and play the right way. So, we've come to a really difficult place today, Tim, and we've got a 0-0, and I'm delighted.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's fair to say as well. I mean, obviously, bizarrely, it's probably our fewest attempts on goal, but we had so much good possession in and around the box. And sometimes you felt that people were just delaying a little bit. Don't want to dig anyone out, but basically sometimes you thought just take that first time and the goalie's going to be on set.
Listen, and I don't know what the fear is because you've seen us at training on Thursday nights, Tuesday night. We're working our finishing, our crossing, our getting across the front man. There's an element of do I dare make a mistake? Of course you do. Go and make a mistake. Dante, go pull the trigger. Maxi, pull it. Jay, pull it. Jay, when you come on. Young Maxi, pull it when you come on. And if you don't pull the trigger, you're not going to know. But I don't want people to think that we tell them not to do. We tell them to shoot all the time. I'm one of them. Get your shots off. Get your shots off. Get your shots off. But there's a hesitancy at the minute. But that's okay. We'll work on that, Tim. And once the ball starts flying in the back of the net, I'm sure for the next 5 or 6 months of the season, it will carry on flying in the back of the net. And that's our positivity. We're going away from here. Listen, a couple of weeks ago, I was down and out, down in the dumps. I've gone away to Krakow, rejuvenated. I've come here today, delighted, got a point. Let's have a good week of training and get ready for guys the next Saturday.
Yeah, and just quickly touch on the Joseph Holt man of the match chosen by FCM Radio, Guy Holt. He's turning into a constant source of threat down that left side.
Just gets better and better and better. And Guy's one of the players that we've gone and found from the West Lancs and forward amateurs. We'll go and find them. We'll continue to do our homework outside of FC United to get the players. But Guy Hall is exceptional, and we're enjoying having him here. I'd love him to stay for however long, but I know that there's clubs looking at Guy Hall and seeing what he's doing, and but there's guys deserve the man of the match today. But I think maybe 4 or 5 could have got it. 4 or 5 for me. But it's good. It's good for Guy. I think that's maybe 3 or 4 he's got this season. But we'll listen. We just, as a team today, we're proud of ourselves. And when I finished the team talking there, the clap at the end of the game, the roar at the end of the game from the lads, they know they've had to be in a game today, but they also can take loads of confidence that the way we've defended set pieces and the way we've defended and attacked throughout the game, we're all right with that. And hopefully that gives us a bit more confidence going into this week and get ready for a humdinger of a game next week. I want the Leeds Manchester rivalry coming out. I want Broadhurst Park rocking, and I want to really get about guys the next week and see if we can put them on the back foot and see if we can get our noses in front and hopefully get that elusive 3 points that we're all after.
Okay, just to finish, obviously you mentioned sort of like Curtis might be back next week.
He will be.
Saw Jan with the boot on.
Yeah, it's not good news. Jan's going to be out for maybe 4 months. It's not good. 4 or 5 months Jan will be out for, so it's not good. Curtis Jones will be back next week. Charlie Munro will be back next week, and we'll hopefully bring in another body this week. That's what we're trying to do. We know we've got to bolster the squad, but I for one can't wait to have Curtis Jones back. He's the best centre half bar none in this football league, and when he doesn't play, we can't be as good. That's impossible. And he's also a contracted player at the club, and people know our limitations there as well. When you've got that type of player out, we can't just go and replace it. So the lads have done brilliant in there. But when you've got a leader back and when you've got a player back, Talisman and Curtis Jones, I sleep a little bit easier because I think, he's exceptional for this football club and can't wait to get him back. As I can't wait to get Charlie Munro back, and maybe, the lads can take a lot of confidence now and a lot of hope and a lot of belief, and we'll train well this week. 2 unbeaten. Fans have been brilliant. Can't wait to get back in Broadhurst now next Saturday and go and get them 3 points.
Congratulations, Guy. The Joseph Holt man of the match as chosen by FCM Radio. Another good performance down the left wing from you.
Yeah, bit of a different one than usual. The pitch obviously didn't allow for my usual sort of up and down, but I took some advice from the gaffer and he maybe went a bit longer than usual. But yes, you might have to in these games. But yeah, I think lads did well up front to create many chances, just unlucky to score.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fair to say that, you say you didn't get the forward that much, but I think for me, probably some of your best balls into the box and that sort of delivery, probably, I think it's probably the reason you got it is basically not only just a good defensive performance, but you're probably the most consistent source of threat.
Yeah, Gaffer gets onto me about delivering early, so I've started doing it and started trying to create chances by doing it as well. So yeah, like you say.
Yeah, and then number 2, obviously, apart from the long throw, obviously he was quite a quick player, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's a good player. He likes to deliver early. I had to try and shut him down, but put in a few good crosses.
Yeah, and nice to keep a clean sheet as defender.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said before, if you can't win, don't lose. So that's what we've done. Really difficult place to come this, we know. So yeah, we can take a point and build on that.
Yeah, and in terms of sort of like general sort of like communication, obviously you've been playing with Charlie. Obviously now it's kind of like always seems as your sort of your centre half. Obviously, how's that going?
Yeah, he's brilliant. Been really good with me. His communication's really good. Starting to build relationships now. But yeah, he's been brilliant and outstanding.
Okay, and obviously you've been playing at this level for a little while now. Do you feel at home?
Definitely, yeah. Love the club. Love everything about it. Just enjoy playing my football.
Okay, that's fantastic. Well, it showed out there today, so congratulations once again. The Joseph Holt Man of the Match is chosen by FM Radio.
Real thanks, Tim.